Hello students, welcome back to the next session. Myself Ashwini Zamdare, lecturer at Sanjeevani College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Kopargaon. In today's session, we are going to discuss what are the indicators of health. Now, what are indicators? Indicators means the things or the things we can say which indicates the health status of any country. These are the indicators of health, which indicates whether the people in a country are healthy or not. Now let us discuss what are indicators of health. In order to measure the health status of the community in a country, indicators of health are used. It is used to compare the health status of one country with that of another for assessment of healthcare needs, for monitoring and evaluation of health services. According to WHO, they are defined as variables which help to measure the changes. Now, different characteristics of the indicators. Now, the indicators must be valid, they should be reliable, then they should be sensitive, and they should be specific. These are the characteristics of an indicator. Now let's see the classification of indicator. Indicators are classified as mortality indicator, morbidity indicator, then disability rate, healthcare service indicator, sanitation indicator, socio-economic indicator, and quality of life indicator. These are all the indicators which affects the health or which defines the health status of a community. Now let us discuss one by one. Now, mortality indicator. What is mortality indicator? It is pertaining to fatal outcomes. Mortality rates are indirect measures of health. Mortality means what? Death rate. Means how much death is occurring per year in a country or in a community indicates the health condition of the society. Determination of the mortality rate is done in different age group of the community. For example, infant mortality rate means death rate of the infants in particular area or in particular community in particular year we can say. Then child mortality rate, maternal mortality rates, then disease specific mortality rate, and crude health rate indicators indicates the health status of the community. Then next are morbidity indicators. It is pertaining to suffering in a community. Means how much suffering is there. Means if there is more sufferings in the community, then we can say the health status is declining. Morbidity indicators are used to describe the ill health of those who are actually suffering from disease or illness. For example, epidemiology study. Epidemiology is the study of epidemic diseases. Like you can see now, the COVID-19 is an epidemic or pandemic disease. Then incidence and prevalence of disease means different incidents which are taking place or prevalence of the disease, how much times it is repetitively happening. This also indicates the health status. The number of patients in a hospital means admitted in the hospital. It also indicates if the population is more in a hospital and always there is a hospitals are full of the patients, then we can say that health status is not good. Then disability rates. Now, what is disability? Disability means any inability in a person. A person who remains disabled for some time or lifelong or recovering from disease or illness. Nowadays, restricted daily activities, for example, bed rest. If any person is said to have bed rest by his physician, then we can say it is an temporary or for some time disability is considered as disability as far as health evaluation is considered. Disability rates are determined from limitations of mobility and limitations of activity. Means bed rest means what? You should not do any activity, you should be bedridden. This is the disability. Then next, healthcare services indicators. Now, how much healthcare services a government is providing in a community also indicates the health status of the community. Availability of healthcare services measured in the terms of doctor population ratio or population bed ratio or population health center ratio are used to indicate the health. These are the healthcare services indicators. Now, sanitization indicators. Sanitization hygiene means by which community health is protected are grouped under the heading sanitization. These terms cover care of food or healthy food, then drinking water, then disposal of excreta, regulation of environment. These are all maintained. These all not maintained, there will be ill health. Means these factors like good health, good food, good drinking water, proper disposal of excreta, regulation of environment means no pollution in the environment. This also indicates the health or defines your health status. It is measured by height and weight measurement in hospital, percentage of the population with safe water and sanitization facilities, and measurement of air, water, and noise pollution are indicators of the health. Then, socio-economic indicators. Socio-economic development is measured in terms of population growth rate, per capita income, level of unemployment, literacy rates, etc. Also, social and mental health problems as suicide, violence, alcoholism, drug abuse is an in a given community gives indication about social and mental health of the society or a community. Then, quality of life indicators. Health status can be measured by describing quality of life indicators life quality of life of an individual and whole community leads. This is the indicators or these are the factors which indicates whether the community or whether a country is healthy or its health status is improving or not improving or declining is indicated by these all factors. Now let us see what is the concept of disease. Disease is a disorder of structure and function in a human, animal, or plant, especially one that produces specific symptoms or that affects a specific location and is not simply direct result of physical injury or it is not accidental. It is caused by some agent or a factor. It is defined as a condition of a body or some part or an organ of the body in which its functions are disrupted or disturbed. It is disharmony between man and environment, we can say. Disharmony means there is no harmony between the man and environment, and that time the disease is caused. Now let us see natural disease causing agents. Every disease has its causes. Understanding causes of disease helps us every disease has its causes. Understanding causes of disease helps us to know the how to prevent or treat the disease. There are different types of agents like germs, then heredity, habits of life, in that nutrition, living condition or personal habits, attitudes of mind, wear out diseases. These are all the types of agents which are responsible to cause the disease. Now, germs, let us discuss. In 20th century, medical scientists first recognized the important part that the germs are responsible for infectious disease. Bacteria, viruses, fungi and so many such organisms on entering body of host results in any sort of diseases. Then heredity. Some genetic factors and habits in a family may cause such diseases. Some study has shown that the disease like diabetes may run in the family. Then habits of life. Nutrition first. Body tissue requires some adequate supply of constituents in the diet for building, repairing and normal activity. Such agents are called as nutrition, and if there is any imbalance or decrease or increase in such agents, it may cause a disease state. If such constituents are lack in the diet, it may cause the nutrition deficiency disorder. For example, color blindness. Color blindness is a vitamin A deficiency disorder. Now, living condition of individual. Climate influences the health of a individual. Tropical climate can show particularly health hazards. Poor ventilation and crowded housing may also show influence on the health. Then personal habits. Adequate physical exercise or adequate sleep and regular meals, etc., all improves the resistance to the disease and it improves the immunity of an individual. Then attitudes of mind. Person person's thoughts and emotions affects their health. Illness by such disturbance are called psychogenic illness. If persons falls in depression, mental illness persists. Such illness may affect the heart, blood vessels, digestive organs, endocrine organs of a individual. Then wear out diseases. Age also affect on the tissue functioning. As age of the tissue increases, they become less able to resist the disease. So disease like cancer are therefore more frequent in latter age. Means after particular age or in elderly, the cancerous disease are generally found. Now let us see the concept of prevention of disease. All the efforts are aimed at attaining, maintaining and restoring health. When it is disturbed, constitutes the concept of prevention of disease. The knowledge of disease and causative agent can reveal the preventive measures to be taken at different phases of disease process. They are of three types: primary, secondary and tertiary preventive measures. Now, primary prevention. It refers to the efforts taken at pre-pathogenic phase of disease. Now, that is, even before onset of disease, the measures are taken so that possibility of disease occurrence is removed. Now, pre-pathogenesis means what? The stage before causing infection to the host or to the human being. This stage is called as pre-pathogenic phase of the disease. Now next is secondary prevention. It refers to intervention of very initial stage of disease process. It is accompanied by early diagnosis and treatment method. It means restricting the further process of disease. Means secondary prevention is the stage where the disease is already caused but it is at a initial stage and early diagnosis and treatment can prevent it. Then tertiary treatment. It refers to pathogenic stage of disease. It aims to reduce disabilities and suffering. Means tertiary treatment is done when the whole body or a total host is infected by a pathogenic disease. And now our aim is to treat or to reduce the disability and suffering of the patient. Thus, in prevention of disease, attempts are made to halt the progress of the disease in both pre-pathogenic and pathogenic phases of the disease. Now, measures that to are be taken or we can take the measures to prevent the diseases are health promotion. Now you can do the health promotion. For example, take in COVID-19 situation. If you promote the health, you tell the people or you tell the patients that you should wear the mask or you should sanitize your hand or you should maintain the social distancing. It is all the promotion of health given by the government. Then specific protection or specific prevention we can do, like maintaining or wearing the mask is a special protection you are giving for prevention of disease. Then early diagnosis and treatment. Faster the diagnosis of the disease may give fast treatment and fast response and recovery chances are more. Then disability limitations means avoiding a disease to enter in tertiary phase. Tertiary phase is highly pathogenic phase where disease is already caused and only we can prevent the disability and suffering. So the limitations of disability we can do. Then rehabilitation, that is restoring some things that are damaged. Means rehabilitation means reforming or restoring the things which are already damaged, or if the disease is already caused, then restoring the immunity, restoring the body parts of a or restoring the organ of a patient. This is the measures to be taken while promoting or preventing the health. This is all from this session. This is the last session from this chapter. In next session, we are going to start with the next topic. Till then, stay home, stay safe, keep learning. Thank you.